In this video I am going to show you what's in my bag, what kind of equipment that I have, and I am excited to show you my Kelly Moore bag. She has some really great products that are great for women especially. They have some really nice ones for men, but mine is really big. It's yellow. And you know what I like about this? Doesn't scream, hey, I'm a camera bag full of thousands of dollars worth of expensive equipment that you could easily take. I would beat them up. I would tackle somebody. Just so you know. Okay. Anyhow, I will start with my little baby. This is my Nikon D700. It's a perfect camera. And I love it so much. And my camera strap is a photo strap. That's F-O-T-O. And it has my name on it. How cool is that? And on my camera I have a Nikon AFS Nikkor 50mm 1.4G lens. I've said this in every video. If you just got a camera, get a 50mm lens and it'll make all the difference. Best one to start out with, in my opinion. Okay, next I have the Big Mama. This is my 70-200 2.8, and it's a Tamron. And if you are just starting out and you don't want to spend thousands on lenses, Tamron makes a lot of really great lenses that are quality. And actually, the guy who makes these Tamron lenses used to work at Nikon, so he knows what's up. And this one was about $600 or $700, but I really do use it a lot, and it's really great at weddings whenever I'm hiding in the back of the chapel or the ceremony. Zoom way in there and get you two lovebirds smooching and declaring your love for one another. And I mentioned it in another video, but I have these lens protectors on all of my lenses. Keeps them safe. Oh, always keep a check on how clean your lenses are. I'm so OCD about this. You don't want to shoot through something that's really clouded and dirty, and make sure that you don't touch it so that it doesn't get fingerprints and yucky stuff on there. And always keep this protector on the back as well. It comes with your lens. This is a good one. Okay, the next lens that I have up here is an 85mm 1.8. I really like this one too. It's really good for portraits. This distortion isn't bad at all, and it makes you look really beautiful. And it's a prime lens, like the 50mm lens, and that means that it doesn't zoom. I mean, you can still fine-tune, focus it, but it's not a zoom lens. And these are great because the aperture can shoot, it can get really big, so it lets tons of light in, so it's really fast. This is a lens that I use a lot, like for receptions in rooms that are really dark. It helps me to shoot quickly so that people aren't blurred and ghosts, even though it's really dark. That and upping my ISO and using flash and all that good stuff. So yeah, this one is a good selection as well. I don't remember how much it was. And this one is a Tamron, another one. That is a really good lens, actually, and it is a 28-75mm f2.8. And this one's good for macro shots, and the lower the numbers you get, the more wide you'll be able to see more of the picture, if you get what I mean. These lenses are really good for those pictures to where, like, you want the person to be really small and have a lot of environment in there. continuous pictures. Or family shots. And one rule of thumb to go by whenever you're using one of these wide angle lenses is whenever things get on the outside of the picture, it can become stretched. So if you're using one of these in a group shot where it's just completely filled, then take a few steps back so that there's some distance between the last person in the lineup and the edge of the frame, because then you can go in and crop that, but you don't get the distortion. Just a little trick. And this one is a Sigma 17 to 70 millimeter, 2.8 to 4.5. This lens I mostly only use for detail shots, but it's really good at, like, I can get so close up to something, this close, and it'll still be able to focus and take a picture. And this is really good for ring shots. Another lens that's really good for ring shots is a 100 millimeter, or it's a 102. FYI, I still need to get one. Investing in your lenses is really important, because really that controls picture quality just as much, if not more, as your camera. And people say, you know, I don't have a good camera. Well, save up and get some quality glass, which is really good lenses. Or you can go on like Amazon or eBay or Craigslist and get older model cameras that they don't sell anymore, which even like I shot my first few weddings and everything on a D80, and you could probably get one of these, $200. And I still love, they're some of my favorite pictures I've ever taken are on this camera. It's great. If you can help it, choose a camera that has what's called a full frame sensor. The DX, which you'll see on your lenses, or some lenses, means that they're for a cropped frame sensor, which means that it doesn't take in as much of the environment and photo information as if it were a full frame sensor. And the sensor's down in there, you can't see it. But it's pretty important. You gotta keep it clean. Next, I have two flashes, and this one is a SB700, and these can be really expensive, but I'll show you an alternative. Speed lights are really helpful whenever you are, just all kinds of situations. I definitely recommend it, although I know some really phenomenal photographers that use nothing but natural light. Sue Bryce. Bryce, look her up. She's fantastic. You know what? She hasn't spent tons of money on, lighting equipment. She uses the sun and subdued light through windows and reflectors. So you don't have to spend a whole lot to have great pictures. And for my flashes, I have these Paul C. Buff, a remote trigger and receiver, and what that does is I plug one of these into my camera. This one. It goes right onto my, what's called your hot shoe mount. Like so. Gotta push it. And then I'll plug this into my flash, and I can prop it up somewhere or put it on a light stand somewhere far away, and every time I take a picture, it will make it flash immediately. And you can get several receivers for as many flashes as you want, and that's how it's done. And I do like these. They're pretty sturdy. The thing I would recommend that I haven't done yet is to get Velcro to stick it on the side of your camera, because you've probably seen me drop these, because sometimes they slip. And they're really sturdy. Mine haven't broken yet. But Velcro will help them from popping around. And I got this Nissan flash too. I don't even know what it's called. Oh, a Mark II DI622. This is like $200, $250, and I like it better than the one that was $700, which is ridiculous. Crazy, right? And it does everything the other one does. I was gonna flash you. Oh, another really good thing to get, and I don't have them right here, but rechargeable batteries from a company called Eneloop. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's Eneloop. And they come in a set of 4, and those suckers last forever. I can shoot an entire wedding on one set of batteries. And then you don't have to keep buying those darn delays. You just pop it back on the wall and it's good for a long time, and you can buy extras and charge them up. Anywho, yes, don't be a bad girl like me and add them in there without the back cap on. Oh, my Expo disc. This will work wonders for you, and I'll explain what this does in another video, but this will change your life. I'll have to show you about that. And I've got a little softbox thingamajig that goes on your flash. I don't use this very often, so don't put this on your must-have list. But basically, it just fits on top of my flash, and it softens the light. And I don't recommend getting one of those Terry foam photo domes. We'll go into that later. I don't think it's very useful. And in the pockets, I've got business cards. I get mine from moo.com. Really good quality. And you have a lot of control over them. I have a little square reader, and if you're going professional, get one of these. They're free. People can pay you with a card, and it makes everybody's life easier. I have contacts because one of my worst fears is like one of them falling out during a wedding or something, so I have a big supply in here. Always be prepared. You never know what can happen. And then I have a little pouch to hold my memory cards. And if you're shooting weddings, I recommend, you would think, oh, I need to get a big old 32 gig card so that everything can fit. Nope. Get little 2 or 4s so that if something, God forbid, happened to one of your cards, you'd still have a lot of other pictures saved in different places. And the SanDisk Extreme Pro, like, invest in good cards. They can be a little bit more expensive, but you can do a lot with them if something does happen. There's a lot of recovery software, and these have crazy guarantees. So I trust them. Extra cords, a little lens cloth in case I need to wipe something away, and little thing to go on my tripod. I really don't use my tripod all that much. And I have these so that if something's on my lens, I can brush it away and don't ever use your fingers. Sorry, I get random hiccups sometimes. Some lens cleaning fluid, and don't drench your lens with this because you don't want any fluid to get behind the glass, but just a little dot in the middle and wipe it away with some lens tissue will do the trick. And I think that's all that's in here right now. Always keep spare batteries on you. Mine are charging right now. So anyways, that's what's in my bag, and let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll be happy to help. Bye!